Welcome. It's so early that this is my first coffee of the day. Oh. This is insane. The reason why I'm streaming early today is because I'm actually going out this evening with a friend. I'm actually leaving the house today. Yes. 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 Eterna Forest is my favorite. Yeah, I'm actually leaving the house. Oh my gosh. I'm going out for drinks and a meal with a friend. I arranged it like last week, I think. So I'm going out, breathing the fresh air, I guess. The polluted air of the city. I'm gonna inhale it in my lungs. That's gonna be happening, yes. So let me turn the light on. Like, it's daytime right now. But like at this point in the day, none of the light comes into my room. Like none of it. Wasting electricity. More Octopath Traveller. Yes! We're doing that today. I'm also a bit barefaced today. And I'm not awake at all. I literally woke up like not that long ago because someone was banging on our front door and I was like, why are you here? And they were like, is this insert house name that isn't our house? And I was like, no, that isn't us. And they were like, oh, do you know where it is? I was like, no. You're in the wrong place, buddy. That's not my problem. Have I changed my room? It depends on the last time you were here. Because I guess I've changed bits of it? I don't know. I need to, hang on. Turn that down a bit, my ear holes. I didn't change her, she didn't change her room, it's just brighter outside. Yeah, it's actually daytime. You're actually seeing my room and it's like how it should be perceived in daylight rather than pitch blackness. I told him to fuck off. I kind of was so... Me being a morning person is very dependent on how I wake up. They kind of woke me up really rudely, so our front door is, you've probably seen, it's like just there behind my door, because my bedroom's on the bottom floor. And obviously, because of my walls and they're falling apart, I can't put anything like a railing for curtains or something to hang from the wall like blinds. So the only thing I've got are these pull down blinds, these pull down blackout blinds that I've got. And I didn't have them up because I like to get woken up by the light, by the natural light, right? So after he knocks on the door, right, he comes and knocks on my window and looks in through the window at me whilst I'm sleeping in my bed. And I'm like, huh? Huh? Like, don't get me wrong, like, I'm pretty sure I flashed at least 5 different people in the time I've been in this room without the curtains. But like, I've never had someone just like knock on my window and just stare at me as I sleep. And I'm like, yeah, that's a new fear unlocked, I guess. Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, I flashed an Amazon delivery driver the other day. That wasn't good. That was actually very bad. I think I said in chat before, a couple of streams ago, when that happened. Yes, when you happy Monday. Happy Monday, everyone. Invasion of Privacy. Yeah, it was like, on New Year, on New Year's, like the evening, like New Year's evening, there was a house party down the road. There was also loads of kids, right? And I was up working so late at night, I didn't really care that it was New Year. I was just working and I was typing away, right? And I hear this loud ass banging on my window, right? It freaks me the fuck out. I'm sat there and I'm working, and I'm pretty sure like I had like Lee's stream or something up on like my other monitor whilst I was working, and I scream and I'm like, holy shit, 'cause it's like 2 AM, right? And I turn and all I see is darkness and just hands coming from the darkness like on the window, right? And it was really hard. Like my whole window like rattled. So then I go outside, right? And I thought it was like my younger sister. So it was like, because I was like, oh, she's like 18. She's probably gone out with her friends, gone drinking. She's tried to like come home and scare me. And I go out there and I'm like, Olivia, that's not funny. Like, haha, sibling thing. Really annoyed. And when I go out, there's like no one there, and I just hear like these young boys like down the road like running, right? And it's just like pitch black, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that was a complete stranger just like running up. This is a driveway, by the way. They would have had to climb over a fence to get to this window. So they came onto private property just to do that, and I was like, or because like at night time when I work, I've got like my strip lights on. So they probably saw that I had lights on, and they came and they banged on the window, and I was like, nah, I'm terrified. So now at nighttime when I'm editing, I always have to, or if I'm streaming, you might see it sometimes, I have to like look like this. I have to like look behind me, because I'm not, I don't trust, I've unlocked a new fear. But, maybe if my dad wasn't such an asshole and fixed this house that we live in, maybe I wouldn't have to deal with that. But, ayo, that's life, innit? I think I'm rightly paranoid, though. I think it's, like, justified paranoia. But welcome everyone, I hope your Monday's been great.
Hello,
so far.
Hope you're all doing good, Frankie and Fiend.
Hi Jerry, thank you for the 15 months, I appreciate it. I'm valid, yeah, I feel valid. I've had so many people just say like, oh god, I know it's as straightforward as, why don't you just get curtains? Why don't you just get blinds? Why don't you get something that like covers up the windows? It's like, oh boy. Do you not think I've tried? And also, this is technically not my house. Like, it's my mum and my dad's, so if I did want to get anything done, I have to ask them to get things done. And, I don't really speak much about my dad, but, obviously, that's for a reason. He's an asshole. He doesn't fix the house. So, I can't do anything. Yes. Oh.
I'm suffering again today.
Oh.
The other 2 wisdom teeth got pulled this morning.
Oh.
Please don't be funny today. Smiling and laughing hurts.
Oh, skill issue. Thanks for the bits. Well, that sounded really mean, I'm sorry. No, it sucks. I hope you're doing alright. My mug's cute. I thought you meant my face. No, my froggy mug is very cute, isn't it? Froggy. I like this mug. Although you can only drink it with your left hand. Because when you drink it with your right hand, it's got... Same. Like, sucking on the eyeballs. Eyeballs. But yeah, I wish the only thing that like is really does piss me off is my wall. Because I do want to put curtains up. I do not want to be the person in the village that flashes everyone when they go on their dog walks, you know? I wish that was me. I wish I was that person. But no. No. I don't even think you could properly see it on camera, and I can't really move it because of how fixed this is. But it just sucks. We have, it rains all the time, so sometimes when I wake up, I'll have water dribbling down my wall onto my face. So I'm like, ah, okay, good morning. It's rained, I see, today. Thanks, deteriorating wall, for telling me this. The music sounds like it's barely playing anymore. Sophronia! What? Okay, I'm awake now. I'm awake. Hi! Thank you for 20 gifted subs. That is a lot. That is a lot of subs. That's really generous. Hope you're having a wonderful Monday. Thank you. Did that scare all of you too? I'm sorry. If you were hit with a gift sub, please, please, please thank Sophronia. That's really generous of them to do such a thing, to summon Toad to themselves. Thank you. It's always good to see you. Oh. Ah. Oh gosh. You moving out soon? Sandra, it seems you haven't been here for maybe a hot minute. Perhaps. Basically, the move out kind of fell through because, leaseholds and stuff with the flat and people being assholes and going back and changing their conditions for the flat with pets. And obviously, where I go, my cat goes. So, no moving out. And I've had no luck finding anywhere else. I mean, I have found I did find somewhere recently, but it's really far out from where I need to be that I couldn't really justify going to look at it, and it would be way more expensive rent-wise. It would be like 800 or something, 900 pounds just for rent. And I was like, that's like an entire month of Twitch. So it's like, I don't have anything to help with other stuff and that, so yeah. I just woke myself up myself, and I'm sorry to have to deal with people banging on your window out of nowhere. That sounds awful. Yeah, I guess it's because the way that my I guess without doxing myself, the way that our house is positioned on the road, this is where, so I'm by like a certain, like, there's like a company down the road, right? And it's almost like we share an address. So a lot of the times we'll get loads of huge trucks coming down this very small, like muddy, country road path, right? And then they'll come here and they'll look like, yeah, this looks like a business building. This house looks like a business building. Let's go knock on this door. And they probably obviously see that my window without the curtains. And then they knock on the door and I have to. This is what, right? There was like a whole crate of milk outside, like a couple of weeks ago. It was just like a whole ass crate of milk. I'm not even joking. Like, there was like 17 bottles of milk just by our door, left by our door. And it was obvious that that was a delivery for one of the businesses, right? So like one of the business offices, so that they can have their tea and whatever. But they just left it at our door. They didn't even like, yeah, it was free milk, right? So, me and my siblings made the joke, it's like, oh, so the milk came home and our dad never came back. But anyway, yeah, that's really bad. But it's free milk, exactly. I mean, he didn't, so it's fine, but like, I'm allowed to make that joke. Because we found it funny. But yeah, we got all this milk for free, so sometimes it kind of works out. Sometimes, you know. But other times you get really rudely woken, so it's great. Yeah, but man, I can't wait. I can't believe I'm saying this. I can't wait for like the warmer weather, because it means that my wall's not gonna fall apart. I think like when I used to stream maybe 2 years ago, sometimes I'd be able to show everyone my wall, and it looked like something straight out of Resident Evil, and it's relapsing into that. Like it was like it's like peeling away. It's like I don't even know. There's things growing on that probably shouldn't be. There's probably mold. I'm probably getting mold poisoning. Probably. Nothing's wrong with drinking some ice cold milk. But like, we didn't go through 17 cartons of milk, right? So there's at least like 12 or so left. And they've all like congealed and gone disgusting. So now we've got just all this milk that we have to get rid of. So the Last of Us fungus, probably. I wish I could show you guys. I could. I'll show you. You can probably... You'll be able to tell me what it is, and I'm pretty sure it's damp. It's like, it's damp, it's like water damage. Let me show you. And the thing is, right, it's probably really straightforward to fix it. But my dad is just so sorry. I feel like this is a rant about my father, but it kind of is. It's so straightforward to fix it, but he just refuses to, and he has done for like ages. And then my mum doesn't know how to fix a wall, and neither do I. I'm gonna show you. So this is. It's only just started to go this kind of color. Oh, come on. It's like yellowy. Don't look at that. That's my B-reel. It's kind of yellowy. And it's like falling apart. It's definitely water damage. It is. Who do you even... Like, ew. That looks like an open wound. Look at that. And then like water will come out of that. So like, and that's like the wall falling apart. So when people are like, why don't you just put curtains up? Why don't you just like put blinds up? If I put anything on that wall, it's literally gonna pull it down. You know? The last... Oh, is the music loud? Is the music popping off? I'll turn it down. The last time I put, had the blinds up there, like 2 years ago, half the wall was dipping down. Did you buy that place or is it rented? No, this is, so my parents paid off their mortgage like a couple of, how many years ago? It was before they got divorced. So this is like mortgage, this is a mortgage-free house. It's just my dad never finished building this house because he's neglectful, and left it in a just terrible state. And he's and because it's being, this might be like a lot of info, but like because we're selling the house now, this also might validate me not feeling like crazy for thinking this about the situation. Because this house is for sale now, he refuses to do any work on it because it's money that he won't get back. Right? And I'm like, oh, so you would leave he's leaving all, and this is not just my room, by the way. My siblings' room, my mum's room, my brother's room, the attic is full of mold. It's like, yeah, it's gotta be fixed, right? You can't, it's like not, it's like, it's just terrible. I mean, if he doesn't do the work, then it's money he won't get to start with because the house will be worthless. Exactly, nobody wants to buy the house. And then, because of all the things that aren't, that like people come to see this is why the house isn't being sold, because they see all the work that needs to be done and they can't justify the price. They're like, oh no, it's not worth this price because of the amount of work that we'd have to spend to get it, you know, fixed. And I'm just like, yeah, right? It doesn't make sense. If only it's gonna sell for less. Exactly. So they want to lower the price of the house. I think the house is like something like, this is like a six or 5 bedroom house, and they want to reduce the house from 700 and something to like 650. And it's like, that's like a big number, right? Like, and it's like, yeah. And then after that, my mum's gonna have to try and find somewhere, to rent, or, yeah, she might end up renting. And that's not really ideal, because with the money from the house, she just wants to, we want to move away from my dad, so he just doesn't know where we are, because it's just caused us loads of grief and annoyance, being stuck in this house, you know. It's a massive difference. It's huge, right? And he's fine, by the way. Do you want the tea? He's fine because he's moved in now with his girlfriend. He has a girlfriend now, so he has a place to live. He started another whole like family or whatever, right? This is all coming out. So it's fine for him, you know. It's tea time. This is tea time. This has been the past 5 or so years of my life. A milk business. Yeah, and do you know what's funny? He's a builder. His job is literally to build, it's to fix, it's to construct. Yeah. So anyway. Yeah. But no, he won't do anything like this. He won't fix my wall or anything. So yeah, this house has been left in a state of neglect, and we just kind of have to cross our fingers that somebody will actually buy the house. Yeah. Fun. Yep. That's way more than 20k to fix. Is the thing, right? These wouldn't be problems with the house if he had just built it properly in the first place, you know. This house is just like, it's been falling apart for the longest time, And it's because he never finished it. He never really finished it. So it meant that certain parts of the house were just like susceptible to different things like rain or like drafts or like I mean, when I used to, he didn't want to split in half one of the rooms, like the wall, so he made the attic into a bedroom. So I had to spend most of my teenage years in an attic, crawling around. I couldn't even stand up in my bedroom for like over 5 years. It was so bad. And then I only got this bedroom when I was like maybe 16 or 15. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. So now we have like this weird crawl space bedroom thing up in where the attic is. That used to be my room. Very slay. But I would actually like to know who I should like, if there is someone, because unfortunately, like, I don't have, I will by no means have the finances to, maybe I could ask my brother as well, if we all chipped in, all of us siblings, to fix all of the damp in the house, but it would cost so much. How many siblings do you have? So there's me, I am the oldest girl, I have an older brother, he's an archaeologist. I got 2 younger sisters. I have Sophie, who's a film student, and then the youngest sister, Olivia, who's just doing A-levels. But the youngest is 18, the oldest is 20, turning 25. Yes, turning 25. And there's me turning 23. Yeah. Speak to him as a professional, have him quote you on the work required, build a What? Build a house? Where am I gonna build a house? What? I feel like we skipped a few steps between that. How would I... Do you know how much it is for a down payment on a house? It's insane. In the area where I want to live, right? The down payment is something like 20k or like 27k. It's insane. Let's just make it out of Legos, you're right. Lego house. Ed Sheeran. Oh. I mean, if it's that easy, all of chat will have a house. Let's all get tiny homes. Should we all like, should we all buy Lego sets and invite each other over to our Lego houses? Ooh. My mom passed away suddenly some years ago. I'm sorry to hear that. And my dad recently sold the family home without telling any of us. Ooh. It was tough because all the memories we had there growing up, and we had no say in what happened with the family home. That's sad. It really is. I mean, circumstances are obviously very different for different people. I'm glad this house is being sold, personally. But maybe if he got rid of that old ass haircut, he would have his family. What is this? This lazy ass, if he ever gets done messaging with his brain surgeon or lawyers, he's messing with bum ass. Okay, thank you for the best. What did I just read? You get some pretty big sheds now. Listen, I have no joke. No joke. To my mum, I've said, when you find a new place, I might buy myself a shed and live in your garden. Like, I'm going to live in your garden. She was like, okay, sure. Live in the shed. You do that. Oh. Build a new house? Chat, do your thing. Is Mr. Beast lurking anywhere? Oh. I meant to build this house. It couldn't have been easy or cheap. So my mum and dad bought this house back in 2000 and something for like first time house owners, like for this first house. They bought it for about 200 grand, 200k. And they just, it was, at the time it would have just been me, my brother. We had a dog called Bonnie. Yeah, my mum and dad. So at the time, that was like really expensive. Like that was a big, you know, that price was considered huge back then, right? Nowadays, for a house like this, you're paying something like 700 to 900 grand for like a big house like this. If this house was properly done up, this would be knocking on $1 million, probably, in this market at the moment, which is disgusting. It's just terrible. Put an entire house on throne. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. But hi John, welcome in. We're talking about life. You should look up your approximate house price on the internet. Well, I know that our house is on the market for that much. We've had so many letting agents come over and evaluate the house, and they've all said the same thing. And they've all said that if certain parts of the house were done to like a better standard, then it would be like way more. If our family literally had like you know, the just an amount of money to fix the problems in this house, it would get solved. Here, a standard down payment for a cheap shitty townhouse is about 75k, 80k. What? Really? That's disgusting. Ew, I'm never gonna make that amount of money in my life. You know? That's insane. God. Nope. Like, I hate being alive and living in this in this oh, what's this music? There's lots of question marks, and this looks like a too long didn't read thing. Is this okay? Okay. I don't have any comment on that, really. I just read a whole story. Being alive in this economy, I know, it's not... Ooh, I just want to scream into a pillow, man. Being alive in this economy. So anyway, I'm going out for drinks later with my friend. I'm just gonna pretend I don't have any problems. And just go for drinkies. Whee! From a different perspective, take it on as a personal growth challenge. Embrace the unknown areas of skill you lack. Start small. Network. Your village certainly has a built-in neighbor. Oh no, I'm not talking to people. Fuck that. I'm not doing that shit. No. Me? Socializing with people I don't know? I'm not doing that. Nah. All the people in my village are old. They don't work. They're retired. If they lifted a hammer, they would break their back. Like they just walk their dogs and live happy lives. and probably wonder what the noises are coming from my bedroom at 2 a.m. when I scream. Good for them. No, I live in a very quiet village. In Germany, a normal house costs around 400 to 600k, and we're talking about pretty standard. Nothing. I feel like a lot of things when people buy their first houses or do that shit, right? It's like they do it with like a partner, or they do it with someone, you know. They make that life step with another person, so it's like a joint. Like, especially a lot of people that I know, it's like a joint step that you take together, right? Oh, hello! AJ, thank you so much.
Much peace and love to all the introverts of the world. And Octopath hype.
Thank you for the 4 months, I appreciate it. Welcome back. Yeah, doing it alone's hard. It's like the system ain't made for you. Like, if you want to be on your own and you want to do this shit by yourself, not happening. A lot of my family has told me, like, since my flat fell through, they're like, have you ever thought about buying? And I was like, of course I have. And I know that's fucking impossible unless I move up north, like all the way up to Scotland, where I'm away from the opportunities that I want. Do I want to do that to myself? Not really. And it's like, yeah, but renting, you're not going to be able to save up to buy a house. And I was like, I probably never will be able to save up to buy a house. You know? Not unless I meet someone, you know, and we save together. But I don't want to be with anyone, so that's never gonna happen. Use a remake. Listen, I would love, at this point, if I could find somewhere that was decent rent and enough bedrooms for me to rent with someone, I would. Like, with a friend, I so would. The house I bought was so revolting, no one wanted it, and that's why I got it so cheap. I threw up numerous times trying to make it livable. I'm so sorry, that sounds disgusting. I got lucky buying mine at the very start of COVID. Gosh. It's a long-term commitment and scary to BH having to have someone else, right? Yeah. Cause like, what if that shit suddenly like goes south? You can be, I've been so sure of a lot of people in my life and then they've suddenly been not who I thought they were. Or I've been so certain that certain people would be there in my life, like my whole life, right? Like, I thought I met life partners and they just weren't there and they turned around after we, like, low-key had planned, like, some really big life steps and shit, you know? So I want that, like, security of doing shit myself, you know? Housing market will most likely crash within a year, then the prices might start getting reasonable. Yeah, I just gotta hold out. That's literally my train of thought. You've like hit the nail on the head. Like, that's my train of thought. I've just gotta hold out. Just another year. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Twitch chat, why don't we all just buy a big house? Why don't we buy a castle? And then we can all live in a castle. Doesn't that sound great? I only have 2 friends that have stuck for their whole lives. I met them in 3rd grade talking about Sonic Law. You know, even the friend I'm seeing this evening, she's been a friend of mine like since secondary school. She's just the sweetest person. She's so nice. She's like been there for me for a lot of really tough shit. And her boyfriend have been really solid, and like they're talking about marriage, right? And I'm like, oh my gosh, like that's so exciting. Like my friends like taking those life steps, you know. Like, all my friends are taking those kind of life steps, like living together and doing all that shit, and I'm here like... I'm gonna log into Final Fantasy 14 and enjoy the company of my elven boyfriend. That's me. But then another one of my really close friends that I've known since I was 3 years old. Since I was 3 years old. She has been with her boyfriend for like so long now. Through university, and they live on a this is insane. I love them so much. They live on a wide beam boat. And he's like a DJ, so he like has like all this DJ gear on this boat, and they live with 2 ferrets, Coco and Tofu, and like for her birthday, I think it was like last year. Yeah, her birthday last year, we did like a booze cruise, like where we dressed up as pirates, and then we went around like we sailed, I don't even know. We went to each of the riverside pubs until we reached the club in one of the cities, and it was so, oh my gosh, it was so fun. It was just, yeah, I've got a lot of friends that are doing some really cool shit with their lives, you know, but they're doing all that, they do all that stuff like together, you know, make those really, like, they put down a down payment on that wide beam boat, man. That's so cool. I can see like the fun in having like a partner to be like, let's do this crazy shit together, let's do it. I feel called out. I'm a bit late. I'm afraid I married my job. That's kind of me right now, honestly. I'm kind of married to my work. I don't take enjoyment out of, well, I do take enjoyment, and I do take happiness out of my friendships, you know, but the kind of happiness that I would get out of a relationship, I get out of my work now, if that makes sense. That sounds really sad. I'm just too relationship, I get a stick and I poke it away. I'm like, I'm good, thanks. Nah. Is your name Adobe Premiere? No. Go away. I don't want it. Are you gonna crash on me like 5 times in the space of an hour? No? Go away. Don't want you. Yeah, no, I don't think that's sad. I think we all like have different points in our lives where we want to dedicate ourselves to certain things, whatever makes us brings us happiness, then fucking go for it. At the moment, what brings me happiness is a little bit out of my grasp right now, but I know I'm taking steps towards it. I know I'm the happiest I have been in a while, at least. I know that I may not feel great once I go on my medication, but I know that's just kind of the medication rather than like how my life is, I guess. I used to work with real estate, specifically mortgages, and real estate is brutal. Ugh, no. That makes me feel ill. I just wish I had a green screen. That would fix a lot of my problems. I'm joking. Oh. Right out of college, I spent a couple of years just working and bettering myself and my work. It's nice. Oh yeah, definitely. I think like as soon as the thing for me is I don't know how to explain this. And I don't know if other people relate to it, or maybe can tell me why they feel this way, maybe, or like why they operate in a certain way. My mum has always wanted me to. My mum thinks because my mum works with as a special needs coordinator, so she works with special needs children. And she's always said that like I've had certain ways of navigating like work and like the certain ways I view things. Oh, thank you for the sub, ham and cheese sandwich. I appreciate it. Welcome in. That it would be I don't know how to, like, if I had a diagnosis for something, it might give me a bit of levity as to the way I work, how my brain works with things, because it feels like I get hyperfixated and I want to work on one thing, and I will fixate and do it for like 3 days straight, or like a whole day, and I will make like a whole video in one day, and then nothing else will interest me, right? It's like if I set myself like a list, if I follow a list, I can do it. But if I don't have like that structure, I find myself procrastinating and feeling really lazy. But it's because I can't get my brain in the right place to work, and then I make myself feel bad because I feel like I'm not like capable of doing work. I felt like that in school too, because I would struggle with certain subjects. Because I didn't have structure. But then as soon as I had structure, like, I was amazing at physics in school. I sucked at biology, I was terrible at chemistry, but physics, everything had, like, lists and everything was laid out for me, and, I was able to memorize and understand everything, right? So much so I got an A star in it at GCSE. I failed at everything else, but no, that one A star in physics, which is funny because like physics is like maths, isn't it? I'm terrible at maths. But it's like I don't work in a very structured way, but if I have structure to follow, I can manage my madness, if that makes sense. Executive dysfunction is a symptom of ADHD. See, that's what my mum thinks. My mum thinks I've got ADHD. It would explain a lot. It really would. Because for the longest time, I've like... And it's the reason why I think it's also... I've excelled at the creative arts so much because it's so... like art and singing and acting, it's so based in your body makes the rules and your mind makes the rules, right? You have the creative freedom to do what you want. So it doesn't feel like I have to restrict myself. Whilst with other subjects, when I need to focus, right? When it needs focus, I need structure. It's a bit like streaming. Quite honestly, you don't know when I'm gonna go live. You don't know when I'm hitting that go live button. Let's be honest. Y'all didn't know I was gonna go live early today, probably. Who knows? Sounds like ADHD. I don't know. I might have to ask my mom about this because she's able to help with the diagnosis with children, but it's different as an adult. Is ADHD attention deficit disorder? Is that what that is? No idea when he's like, I just kind of do it. That's why when I've said before, I was like, I'll make a stream timetable. Like I'll stick to this timetable of like what I'm gonna like when I'm going live, and I've never fucking stuck to it ever. I've never done that. I used to think a lot of the time it was to do with like maybe I was impatient because of my dyslexia. Because words move and I struggle with reading, so I thought, oh, it's just me getting frustrated with myself that I can't focus, right? And I put it down to that a lot. But I found it seep into a lot of content creation stuff that I do and auditions with voice acting. And I'm like, Oh, actually, no, it's not even to do with, like, frustration with, like, reading or anything. It's genuinely, like, something is, like, getting in the way of me focusing, unless I'm really invested and know how to achieve what I want to achieve, if that makes sense. I do have to make lists. Everything, my short-term memory is terrible. Oh, I'm terrible at remembering things, too. Most of the time. I can remember loads of different details about people, but if they tell me, like, oh, we're going out for breakfast in 2 days, I won't remember that. I'm trying to remember why I followed you. Oh, okay. Do you play other games? I play lots of Final Fantasy, yes. I play lots of Squeenix games. We just finished Resi Evil 4. We play a mix. Yeah. I think then the next Final Fantasy game we'll play, other than 14, will probably be 6. You don't remember their names? No. If it's, I do forget my friends' names sometimes, and it isn't because I don't, like, it's not because I don't remember their name, it's because I can't get my brain to go through the files quick enough. So I will remember their name, but, like, it will take me, like, 5 hours. I've developed mechanisms to help with that, though. So, if I don't remember their name... Oh god, this sounds so bad. There have been a couple of times where I won't remember their name as we're talking. So, when it comes to, like, and I'll get through the whole conversation without saying their name. When it gets to me leaving, I will ask them, like, oh, I don't have your number, do I? Do you want to put your number in my phone? and then obviously they gotta put their name and everything, and I'm like, oh yeah. I'm just like, I'm the worst. I'm the worst. Oh my god, I did that on a date once. I didn't know his name. And to be fair, I don't think he knew mine either. So, you know, it's no wonder it didn't work out. It's pretty smart. Well, also, it really depends on, it depends on how many people I'm meeting at once as well. Yeah, how many people I'm meeting at once. Because if I'm meeting like 5 different people, then, oh boy, that's a lot of names. I do that too. I'm terrible with names, so I just kind of avoid saying their name and awkwardly wording it. Yeah, no, the worst part is when, they say your name. And you're like, oh my god, like, is my name that easy to remember? You just call everyone mate. You right, mate? Nah, no problem, mate, innit? It's alright. God. I remember what you ate for breakfast in 2008, a random Monday, but best believe I will not remember your name. I remember so many random things from my childhood, and I'm like, why do I fucking remember that? Yeah, I can't remember my password for Final Fantasy 14 every time I fucking log in. Like, names are overrated.
You were able to remember the names of everyone in Twitch chat though, Kappa.
You're so right, Gary. Yep. I try to remember people in chat via their name color. If you change your name color, I'm forgetting who you are. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I do associate the name with the color. Well, tell us a childhood story that you remember. So when I was a kid, I think I've told this story before. I remember this because it did actually freak me out when I was younger. I used to share a bedroom with one of my younger sisters. Don't change your colors, otherwise I don't know who you are. If you change your colors, this is gonna be terrible. Oh, the music's finished. Let's do it again. So I shared a bedroom with my sister, and we used to play dolls. Like, we had a doll house. And I would always make her play with the Barbie dolls instead of the Bratz dolls. I had all these Bratz dolls, and I only had one Barbie doll. So, and I didn't really like the Barbie doll, so I would give it to her if we were playing together, because I was like, no, I need to look the best. Okay? One day, she got so pissed with me. She got so angry that I kept giving her this Barbie doll that I'd like scribbled on and like done like I put like pen on it and everything, right? That she got some scissors and she cut all the hair off all of my Bratz dolls. She made them all just she cut it all off, right? A couple of hands and legs too. She cut them up, right? And I don't even know if it was me that found it or my mum, but she came in and she just saw these like dismantled, shaved Barbies on the floor, like, and all this hair on the floor of our bedroom. And I was just like, holy shit. And I will remember my dad having to take me to go get new Bratz dolls because of that. She Britney'd them. Yeah. Based, yes. Nah, it wasn't Olivia. This was Sophie. Do you have more than one? Yeah, I have two sisters. I'm the oldest sister. I'm the oldest sister, and I'm also the taxi driver in the family. I'm the only one that's passed their driving test. So I drive everywhere. The tractor revenge. This happened, like, before the tractor. This happened way before. So if anything, the tractor was my revenge. Anyway, I can't believe that story was told on stream. I can't believe that. That's like one of my deepest, darkest secrets, is that happened. Sophie. How do you remember that? That's crazy. My sister broke my Silver the Hedgehog when I made her mad. I think you said this before. I remember you saying that, Hedges. Oh, but yeah, I do remember that from my childhood. I also remember, just a lot of bad stuff I did as a kid. I say bad. I just remember being a bit naughty as a kid. I was definitely naughty. Hi, Jock. Yes, an early stream today. I'm only gonna stream for a little bit because I gotta be in town for 7 p.m. I've seen one of your sisters in YouTube videos, so I don't know which one you're talking about, but I will keep on guessing. So I've got one sister that's got glasses, and another one that doesn't have glasses in most of those videos, I guess. One of my sisters looks more like me than the other, is what people say. Hi, Fair Clouds, welcome! Welcome to stream. Naughty Step was home. Oh, wait. Oh, hello. What are you doing?
Keeping fit.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping fit.
You're keeping fit?
Not yet, but I will keep fit.
What are you gonna do?
Well, I've got the outfit on so far.
Okay, you've got the outfit on. You've done the hard part.
Yeah. I wanting to know if no. Show me.
But don't show me. Yeah, wanting to know what?
If you want to go to the shops and get some
You know when I said I'm the family taxi? Literally just talking about this.
I'll drive.
You'll drive. Well, I'm live. I can't.
When are you finished?
When am I finished?
Sorry, guys, but it's important.
Really far. Oh my god.
Lunges.
Live stream fails. Oh my gosh, you nearly fell. What do you can't pull a muscle yet? You can't. Oh my gosh. Well, reclusive celebrity.
What? What does that mean?
You're like a celebrity.
Do I? Oh my
Yeah.
god.
You failed the quick time event. You nearly slipped up. What are you gonna do? What are you working out today?
I got 2 exercises I do.
Okay.
I'm hoping to work a third in to address that. But at the moment, I'm doing lungy things and arm exercises.
Okay.
I've done it now.
Oh, you just worked out. You just did it.
Yeah, every
Is
little
that it?
helps. Every little helps.
You finished your workout. You can go take off your outfit now.
No. I have to leave it on in case I get the urge to do
Do you want a weight?
do it again. I've got a weight.
I've got a weight too.
My belly.
Your belly isn't your weight, I swear to God.
Well, actually, it is.
Look, I've got a weight you can use.
No, I've got a weight. I've got little pink weights.
Why don't you use this one?
No, that's too big.
That's not.
That's too big.
That's not. It's fine. Look, you can do this.
No,
Easy.
it's too big.
No, you got this. Come on. Oh. No. You can do some squats with that. You want a big butt? Do some squats with that, like this. Yeah. Do you guys remember this
That'll
weight?
hurt my back.
No, it won't. If you do it properly, it won't.
Look.
Obviously, you don't injure yourself because you do everything properly.
Look. When will we be finished?
When will I be finished? Give me 2 hours. 2 hours. Well, you can get a really good workout in 2 hours.
No, not on an empty stomach. Mama needs some protein.
Mama Frankie has not invested in strength. She's not a strength build, okay?
I am flexible though.
Apparently she's flexible. Can you do the splits?
Next question.
Next question. She's a Dex build. Oh my god. Oh my god. You come in at such random times whilst I'm streaming.
Goodbye.
Okay, bye. I don't understand my mother sometimes. Okay, guess we gotta finish in 2 hours. She's a charisma build. Yeah, all of her points went into a charm. This was the weight that I had for like the bicep curl redeems. Do you remember? Do you remember back in the day? When I would redeem those? Wow.